What is going on, guys? Houndish here, and welcome to another Division video. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to farm a lot of superior loot, as well as potentially high-end gear, but a lot of Phoenix credits, as well as normal credits, and a lot of materials as well. Overall, this farm is just absolutely fantastic for stocking up on pretty much everything that you could need. So a lot of people have been covering these farming tricks, but I'm going to kind of show you a good location which you can do this solo. And as well as this, at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about how you can fix the enemy spawns if you are having problems getting any of these enemies to show up or anything like that, because quite a few people have been. So I'll talk about that at the end of the video. But firstly, I'm going to start out by heading to Autumn's Hope safe house right here in the north of the map. So we're just going to fast travel there real quick, make sure you've got it unlocked and all that stuff. And for farming, it's worth having the scan pulse to quickly kind of identify the boss and the enemies around you. And as well, possibly the support station could be pretty good if you're running solo. For some players, that could be useful. So once you're at this safe house, we're just going to head straight out of the safe house and turn left onto this street. And at the junction up ahead, you'll get a bunch of enemies with a named target amongst them called Bullet Kings. So as you head down the street, the best thing to do is just quickly scan so that you can see exactly where that boss is, because you need to kill only the boss and none of the other enemies right here. If you kill any of the other enemies, then this will mess up the spawn pattern for you. Killing just the boss means that the game essentially thinks you haven't killed that group of enemies yet, and they'll continue to respawn. So obviously this can be a little bit tricky, and this is why the support station can be useful, because you'll be kind of pushing around the other kind of AIs and just getting to that boss. But once you kill the boss, they'll drop up to 3 Phoenix credits a go. And like I said before, a lot of superior and potentially high-end loot as well. So that is pretty damn cool. But once you've killed that boss, what you want to do is just let the other enemies kill you, essentially, and then you can respawn back at the August safe house immediately. And the important thing here as well is any loot that boss dropped, including Phoenix credits and stuff like that, will remain on the street even if you get killed and you have to respawn. So you can go and pick this stuff up later, so you don't have to worry about that. So like I said, you just respawn back at the safe house and then you head immediately back to where the boss is. So it's around about 70 meters on the map. That's why it's so fast and easy to use this particular area of the map to do it. And it's also why it's quite useful to do solo. One, because you can get back and do it again quicker. You don't have to run kind of too far or anything like that. But it's also a pretty easy one. There's only a few other enemies there that can kind of mess with you. And doing it in this location, you can kind of let a load of legendary stuff or a load of high-end or superior, gear just kind of lay out on the streets and credits as you do it, and then go and pick it all up. And what I was doing is just picking all this stuff up and running back to the safe house, deciding what gear I wanted to keep, and dismantling or selling everything else. And from doing this, I made around about 200,000 credits in around about an hour, which is pretty damn good. And as well as that, at least 100 Phoenix credits, and you know, some cool loot drops and a lot of weapon parts and materials. And that's why this farm is just absolutely fantastic here. So you can just keep kind of repeating this process. But like I said before, few people have had problems with these enemies spawning, you know, kind of. So what you need to make sure you have done, if you are having any problems finding these enemies, is firstly, on this exact same street on the map, you'll find a supply drop encounter. And you may have already done this, but if you haven't done this, then you will not get these enemies spawning in that position. So make sure you do any supply drop encounters nearby, get them off your map, and then you should start seeing the enemy spawns. But if you have already done the supply drop and you're still not getting the enemies that you should, then the chances are you've killed this group of enemies already, which means their spawn is no longer in rotation on the map. But there is a way to fix this as well. So you can join the group of somebody who hasn't already cleared this area out, and then as soon as you're in there, it'll be a new instance of the game essentially, and you'll be allowed to repeat that stuff. So you can join someone else and repeat this process if they haven't already cleared it out, which is pretty damn useful. So there you go, guys. Hopefully that'll fix any problems that you've had or any problems you may encounter whilst, you know, trying to do this. And that's obviously if you mess up and you kill any of the other enemies while you're at kind of killing the boss, then you can go find someone who hasn't already done this. It's worth, you know, kind of bearing in mind not to clear these groups of enemies out. And at some point, of course, this may be changed or patched so that they don't repeatedly spawn and things like that. You know, it's likely to happen. So make sure you take advantage of it right now while you can. So anyway, guys, I hope you have found the video useful. Let me know down below if you have, and drop me a like and comment in general if you have, like I said. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see a lot more Division content, then feel free to hit that subscribe button for a lot more. But for now, you guys take it easy, and I'll catch you very soon.